You can keep your case open for how long? In this video, you'll learn how long your Florida workers' compensation case may take to conclude. How's it going? Domenic Celeste, the virtual accident attorney here, and I'm back with another video. For those that don't know, I represent people injured on the job in workers' compensation and due to the fault of another in personal injury all throughout Florida. Now, as usual, before we get started, I have to show you this disclaimer, so just hold tight. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So you want to know how long your work comp case will take? Well, I actually have an answer for you. It depends. No, seriously, it really depends on what you want from your case. How long your case takes varies from case to case and person to person. But why? Because every case is different and every person's wants and needs are different too. I've settled cases within a few months of starting my representation and have seen cases last over 20 years or longer. It really does depend all on you. But I know you want an answer, so let's go through how long it takes depending on what you want. Look, I just want to move on. Most of you are probably here because you want a quick conclusion to your case. But what does that look like? Your case can be quickly concluded if you've healed enough to get back to work full duty, or you decide to take a quick payday by settling. First, depending on the severity of your injury, you may only need minimal treatment. Some injuries like sprains or strains only require physical therapy or an injection or two, and then you're good to go back to work full duty. If that's the case, it could take only a few weeks to a few months for your case to conclude. However, maybe you don't want to go back to work because you don't like your job, or you just need some cash before moving on to the next thing. If that's the case, work comp may be willing to pay what we call nuisance value on your case, which ranges from $3,500 to $7,500, or sometimes $10,000 depending on your injuries and future value of your case. This is money to basically get rid of you and the unknown of what may come from your case. It doesn't take long to get to this point, maybe a few months after going to the doctor. To get more than that $7,500 to $10,000 range though, you'll need some value on your case, which may take a little longer to get there. To learn more about how much your case may be worth, be sure to watch the video linked in the card above. I just want to see where this goes. Now, some of you may have more serious injuries or want a little more than nuisance value out of your case. Or some of you may have issues with your case that may require more time. If you're in any of these situations, you're looking at between 6 months to over a year before your case is concluded. Firstly, if you have more serious injuries, you'll need more treatment. The initial treatment that you get is called conservative care, which includes seeing a PCP, physical therapy, medications, and injections. After all of that treatment has failed, or in other words, hasn't made you any better, then you may be able to get surgery or other similar types of treatment. Obviously, it takes time to go through all that treatment because the doctor needs to see if it's working. How long it takes your case to conclude in this situation depends on how much treatment you'll need. Now, you may also be more interested in just settling once you're at the point where surgery is recommended, which is totally fine and happens a lot. However, you still have to go through all that conservative care to the point that surgery is recommended. This again depends on how long it takes to get to the point of surgery, if ever. But when surgery is recommended, your case may be at its most valuable point, which is probably the best time to settle, so you get more money in your pocket. The last instance where it may take longer for your case to conclude is where you have issues with your case, like the doctor says your injuries are pre-existing, or work comp says your accident doesn't qualify as being work-related, or any other numerous issues that could arise. And the reason getting over these issues takes a while is because there are rules dictating how many days must pass to get to the mediation in court after you file a claim. In Florida, you have 130 days from the date that you filed a claim before you can go to mediation, and 210 days before you can go to court. Mediation is where you attempt to resolve the issues or settle the case. In court, which is called a final hearing in work comp, is where you actually get a ruling from the judge on the issues. Thus, if work comp doesn't agree with your position or doesn't want to pay you what you want to settle, you have no choice but to go to these court-ordered events, which obviously takes time. I want to drain work comp for every cent that I can. Lastly, you may be in a situation where you want to squeeze work comp of every penny and of every pill that you're entitled to. Most people want to get out of the work comp system as fast as possible because honestly, it's not that great in the long run. However, some people see it differently or in a situation where they don't really have a choice. For example, if you don't have your own insurance or can't risk not being employed and making a wage. If you're in it for the long haul, even if your doctor's released you, you can keep your case open for your whole life, so long as you see your work comp doctor once per year so that you don't violate the statute of limitations. However, just remember, if your doctors release you, you'll be responsible for paying a $10 copay, which is cheap compared to how much you'd have to pay outside of the work comp system. There are some limitations to getting benefits though, like you're only entitled to temporary disability benefits for 5 years and can only get paid permanent total disability benefits until the age of 75. Medical care can be provided forever though, so long as you remain entitled to it. Which brings me to what I see as being the biggest hurdle with keeping your case open for a long time. The longer your case is open, the more things that can go wrong, like an unexpected death or an intervening event that totally blows up your case. A work comp case is not like a fine wine. It does not get better with age. You never know what the future holds, which is why so many cases settle, because settling is a guarantee instead of rolling the dice to see what tomorrow brings. However, sometimes it takes a long time to get your case to its highest value to settle, if that's what you're looking for. Some people want to get the most through work comp and also a settlement, which could obviously take a few years to accomplish. For example, I just settled a case for close to $200,000, which is a great settlement in work comp, but it took 4 years of failed surgery and a claim for permanent total disability benefits to accomplish. This case was a work in progress, but it was our plan from the beginning. Get as many benefits as possible and then settle once the client was at a stage of permanent total disability. If you're interested in finding out when it may be the best time to settle your case, have a watch of the video linked in the card above. Now, a little tip here is that I never recommend just letting your case go for nothing. Even if it's denied or you've recovered, you could always settle to squeeze out just that little bit more if you're okay with separating from your employment. So in summary, how long your case takes depends on your specific case and what you want from it. If you want it to be quick, you could be done in a few weeks to a few months if you get better from treatment or want to settle for nuisance value. If you want to spend a little time to either get some more treatment or build the value of your case to get more meaningful settlement, it could take 6 months to over a year. Or, if you really wanted to, you could keep your case open for as long as it takes to get the most treatment possible, to build the highest value to your case as possible, or just keep it open for your whole life to protect you in the future. Lastly, never just let your case go, because you could always get some extra cash in your pocket by settling it. And there you have it. Now you know how long your Florida workers' compensation case may take to conclude. If you or someone you know were injured on the job or due to the fault of another, you need to hire an attorney. Feel free to give me a call any time of the day or night. I have a 24/7, 365 receptionist, or you can go to my website to fill out an intake and schedule a free consultation. Or better yet, you can just text me, 561-935-3822. But that's it for this video. If you got value out of it or if you learned something, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you have a question, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and answer it. Like and follow me on all my socials to stay updated. And if you want to learn more about me, my firm, Florida Work Comp, or personal injury law, just go to my website, virtualaccidentattorney.com. I'm Domenic Celeste, the Virtual Accident Attorney. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.